Definition of mind control. Mind control is a process where an individual or group exerts influence over another person's thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and behaviors in a way that undermines the person's autonomy and free will. It often involves the use of psychological tactics, manipulation, and exploitation of vulnerabilities. The goal of the controller is usually to gain power, obedience, or some form of personal gain at the expense of the victim's well-being. Examples of mind control in different situations. 1. In the workplace, gaslighting. A manager might constantly tell an employee that they made mistakes on a project when, in fact, the manager was the one who provided incorrect instructions. The employee starts to doubt their own memory and abilities, leading to a loss of confidence and increased compliance with the manager's demands. Isolation. An employer could single out an employee, spreading rumors about them or excluding them from important meetings and work-related social events. This makes the employee feel alone and more likely to accept unfair treatment or excessive workloads to regain acceptance. Unrealistic goals and criticism. Setting impossibly high performance targets and then constantly criticizing the employee for not meeting them, even when the goals are unattainable. The employee may become so desperate to please that they work excessive hours and sacrifice their own well-being. 2. In romantic relationships, love bombing. At the start of a relationship, one partner showers the other with excessive attention, gifts, and declarations of love. Once the other person is emotionally invested, the partner may start to use that attachment to control their behavior, such as dictating who they can see or what they can do. Guilt tripping. A partner might say things like, "If you really loved me, you would do this for me," whenever the other person expresses a desire to do something for themselves or have some personal space. This makes the person feel guilty and coerces them into giving up their own needs. Withholding affection. A manipulative partner may withdraw love, affection, or approval as a punishment when the other person doesn't behave as they want. The person then tries to change their behavior to regain the affection, effectively being controlled by the threat of its absence. 3. In cults or extreme groups. Information control. The group restricts access to outside information, only allowing members to receive information that supports the group's ideology. This creates a bubble where members are isolated from opposing views and are more likely to accept the group's teachings without question. Thought reform. Members are subjected to intense indoctrination sessions where they are taught to think in a specific way, often giving up their own beliefs and values in favor of the group's. They may be required to repeat mantras or engage in rituals that reinforce the group's ideology. Financial exploitation. Cult leaders may convince members to donate large sums of money or give up their assets, using emotional manipulation and the promise of spiritual or personal benefits. Members may feel pressured to comply out of fear of being ostracized or because they truly believe in the group's cause. Comprehensive guide to deal with mind control. 1. Self-reflection and awareness. Identify patterns. Take time to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in the relationship or situation. Look for signs of manipulation, such as feeling constantly on edge, doubting your own judgment, or making sacrifices that don't feel right to you. Understand your vulnerabilities. Recognize your own weaknesses and areas where you may be more susceptible to mind control, such as low self-esteem or a strong desire for approval. This awareness can help you protect yourself. 2. Seek external support. Talk to trusted people, share your experiences with friends, family, or a therapist. They can provide an outside perspective and offer emotional support. Sometimes just talking about what you're going through can help you gain clarity. Join support groups. If possible, find support groups for people who have experienced similar forms of mind control. Sharing experiences and learning from others can be empowering and provide practical advice on how to break free. 3. Establish boundaries. Define your limits. Clearly determine what behaviors are acceptable and unacceptable to you. Communicate these boundaries firmly and consistently to the person attempting to control you. Be prepared to enforce the boundaries, even if it means facing conflict. Learn to say no. Don't feel obligated to say yes to every request or demand. Practice assertiveness and be confident in expressing your own needs and desires. 4. Educate yourself. Study manipulation techniques. Learn about the different methods of mind control and manipulation. Understanding how these techniques work can help you recognize them when they are being used against you and make it easier to resist. Develop critical thinking skills. Question everything you're told and look for evidence to support or refute it. Don't accept things at face value and be wary of information that seems too good or too bad to be true. 5. Rebuild your self-esteem. Focus on your strengths. Make a list of your positive qualities, achievements, and skills. Remind yourself of these regularly to boost your self-confidence. Engage in self-care. Take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Engage in activities that you enjoy, such as exercise, hobbies, or spending time in nature. This can help you feel better about yourself and give you the strength to deal with the situation. 6. Limit contact if necessary. Create distance. If the situation allows, reduce or cut off contact with the person or group that is trying to control you. This can give you the space and time you need to recover and regain your independence. Set clear communication rules. If you can't completely cut off contact, establish clear rules for communication, such as limiting the frequency and duration of interactions and only discussing specific topics. Remember, breaking free from mind control takes time and effort, but with the right support and strategies, it is possible to regain your autonomy and live a healthy, fulfilling life.